Hello.
Hello. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to the live chat.
Good morning, good afternoon,
Well, let's make this a little bit.
good evening.
Not even my side's that good. And I know you can't see that.
Definitely not. So you're going to have to read these comments to me.
Ooh, apples. How are
Apples. We're in the
fridge
mood
today?
already.
We are PattyCake Productions, and what you are about to see is our live stream, or what you're watching right now is our live stream. And what this is for Villain's Lair Season 2. Now, most of you may know that Tony and I are the creators, but if you don't, hi. Nice to meet you.
We are the creators, writers, directors, producers, costumers, everything for Villain's Lair.
And we have filmed Season 2, Episode 1. And it's actually available now.
Right now.
At patreon.com/PattyCake Productions. The link is at the bottom. And we are today working on funds to create the rest of the season. Now, you probably know this. We hate asking for help.
We do.
So we're sorry in advance. But
Part of the reason that we're doing this for this season in particular, and it's not really spoilers because we're not really giving anything away, but this season of Villain's Lair is a little different from the last season. The villains will be venturing outside of the lair this season to go on an adventure outside of the castle that we've all come to know and love. Which brings me to introductions. We have with us here today the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, and the ever elegant Captain Hook. Thank you both very much for being here. I know it's not often that you guys get to do public appearances or that you grant public appearances, so thank you for being here with us. And I'm sure all of our fans here are very happy that you're here with us as well. So
I'll speak for the Queen when I say you're welcome.
it is our pleasure indeed, yes. Oh, Your Majesty, we are getting marriage proposals. We have people here that are asking to seek your hand in marriage.
oh my gosh.
That you are the long live evil, long live the Queen, all hail Her Majesty. Hello, Captain Hook.
There it is!
You were waiting for that, yes. Yeah. We have some love for Captain Hook as well. As well there should be. I love you, evil Queen. Hello. People are just sending their greetings to you, so
Your
I just
pleasure,
wanted to
I'm sure.
pass that information along.
Long live the Queen!
So if you guys have a question that you would like to ask either the Queen or Captain Hook, post them in the chat, and I will do my best to moderate them to the villains. If you would like to donate, please.
There's actually 3 ways you can donate.
Yeah, Layne, tell them about it.
This is really super easy. What you can do is you can either do a super chat, which is the way you can give money just via YouTube. You can give a one-time donation, and the link is in the description, which is just like a PayPal. If you want to just give a few dollars, that's fine. Or the best way to donate to us is on Patreon. And on Patreon, what's cool is that you guys get perks in return. So it's the only way you can donate and get something in return out of those 3. I will explain some of the perks a little bit later, but I think you guys are really going to like them.
We just redid kind of our Patreon and refined it a little bit and changed some of the perks, made some of the perks better, took away some things that people didn't seem to really need or ask for too much. So we've taken some things away and added a bunch of stuff to make it just an overall better experience for everybody on Patreon too. So we would love to have you there. We do monthly chats where we do some Zoom chats where we get to meet all of you face to face and have chats with you. We get to ask us questions about episodes coming up or episodes that have passed. So it's a really cool way to connect with us directly. I wish we could get on YouTube and do more of this more regularly. But for those of you that don't know, Layne and I, like you mentioned, we create everything that you see in all of our videos. So we spend a great deal of time making things and writing things and orchestrating things and editing things and making the costumes and doing the wigs and everything like that. So it's quite a bit goes into each episode. And like I said, this season of The Villain's Lair is a lot more robust. So there'll be
Good word.
Yeah, there'll be a lot more locations. Which is part of the reason, like I would say the defining
biggest reason
why we're sort of asking for help. It's just going to be a lot more expensive than the first season was. So thank you in advance. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you guys have questions for the villains, pop them in the comments, and I will do my best to moderate them to the villains.
Or if you want to add in a question to a super chat, then we'll definitely answer those.
Definitely, yes. That's the surefire way to get your question to the villains. Okay, so we have our first question from one of our patrons, Mary Lamea. She has a question for the Evil Queen. Your Majesty, are you ready for our first question? Oh, we have our first super chat. Melissa, thank you so much. So if you have a question for us, go ahead and share it now. But the first question from Mary Lamea, our patron. Your Majesty, what is your favorite flower? And do you prefer it bloomed or withered?
I've come to dislike flowers.
Oh.
My ridiculous stepdaughter was fond of picking them and placing them all throughout the castle, and we all know what happened to her.
We do indeed. While we're on the subject of flowers, Hook, you're a man of substance and etiquette, and you're certainly comfortable around an elegant circle, so to speak. Do you have a flower that you prefer?
I enjoy a begonia.
Yeah. That's sort of an inside joke. The captain asks. The reason I asked that is many times when we were on set, he asks as part of his request to be in an episode that we provide begonias. So that's sort of an inside joke between the two of us. So thank you, Captain. And
My pleasure.
not you guys can't see this, but just off camera, we have a bouquet of begonias for the captain's smelling and viewing pleasure.
Oh, this is Melissa. I don't think it's a question, but I imagine Hans is going to be the social outcast of the villains because of what he did to Princess Anna and Queen Elsa. I don't know. I think he's going to fit right in.
As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, while we're on the subject of Queen Elsa, what do you think of Queen Elsa?
There is only one queen, the fairest of them all. If I'm not mistaken, this Queen Elsa you speak of gave up her title to live in the forest, spending her days frolicking in leaves and riding imaginary water horses, did she not? Only a fool would behave this way, and I have no interest in fools.
Wow. So the Evil Queen and Elsa are not friends. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring up unpleasant thing. We have a super chat from Christopher. Am I reading that? I'm so sorry.
It might be Christopher. There's a ... so we can't. Maybe it's Christoph. I don't know.
That would be pretty funny. But thank you. Oh my goodness, these comments they're difficult to keep up with. But thank you. Oh, Claudia, thank you for your super chat. If you have a question, please share it with us. I'm going to move on to another question, if you guys don't mind. My villainous friends, let's go with a question for Hook, Captain.
I've been waiting.
If you were to have a new ship, what would its name be and why?
The Jolly Roger 3.
Okay, very innovative title, Captain.
Well, I've been asked why not the Jolly Roger 2, and I believe that the implications are that That sounds like Jolly Roger also, implying that there's already one, but in my mind, once he who shall not be spoken took the original, there is no original, and we go straight to 3.
That's very deductive reasoning, Captain. Thank you.
Well, I'm a captain.
Okay. We have a super chat from Sandra. Thank you very, very much. I don't know that she might know about this, but I'll ask her anyway. Your Majesty, do you have any knowledge of the... so in our world, in our human world, we have a show called Once Upon a Time, where there are characters, where you are portrayed by an actor. Has anybody ever made you aware of this other evil queen? Do you have any knowledge of this other evil queen, Regina?
I am above such things. I have no idea of which you speak.
Oh, there's your answer. She doesn't know about Once Upon a Time. She is a woman after... I will say I have seen it, and I think you and her have a lot of...
similarities.
Common ground, I would say. I think the two of you would be friends.
Well, then I congratulate her on her great beauty.
She is very beautiful. She is...
dark.
She's very dark. I think the two... very huge fondness for apples. I think the two of you would get along very well.
This is a good question. This is just for us. Will you post the quarantine song on Spotify or somewhere else?
You know what's funny is we've gotten that question a couple times, and I think the reason why we didn't initially is because they did it live. So it wasn't
like a studio recording.
Yeah, it wasn't like mixed audio or like really nice audio, but we've gotten the question a lot. So
we can.
Yeah.
Sure. Have you given any thought to add the Headless Horseman from Ichabod and Mr. Toad?
Do you know what's funny is I was just talking about this last night. That's so funny. The Headless Horseman was actually supposed to be in Bump in the Night. After the monsters, for those of you that that haven't seen it, he was supposed to be, after the monsters do their dance, he was supposed to be the one that the kids encounter with the where we replaced him with Jack Torrance from The Shining. But he was supposed to be the one that intercepted the kids after the dance break.
But our contact with the horse,
he couldn't make it on the night of shooting, so we replaced him with Jack Torrance, which brings me to when we did our initial cut of it, we got like slammed with questions about where's Jack from The Shining. Oh, a new super chat. I can't read that. I'm so sorry.
Here we go. Sharul.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
You guys are amazing. And another super chat. Oh my gosh.
This is actually a really good way for us to transition into some of the things that you might get if you do sign up for Patreon.
Definitely.
Because I see all you guys signing up for Super Chat. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you guys. This is incredible. From the bottom of our heart, we want to say thank you. Like, really and truly. I know it sounds kind of like a cliche thing, but we really couldn't do this without you. So it really means the world to us that you support us in this way and you watch our videos and you like them and you guys get on the chats and you talk about them, and it's what every creator dreams of, is to create something that other people love as much as you do. And another super chat. Oh my god,
gosh.
Andres, I'm sorry, it just happened so fast.
Andres, yeah?
Yes, thank you. You're amazing.
So if you sign up on Patreon right now, you can get Season 2, Episode 1.
You can watch it right now.
This moment. Like, you can leave the chat and you can go watch it. But don't do that.
To answer your question, yes, there is a song.
There is a song. You can see Season 2, Episode 1. Some of the other perks that you get being on Patreon are actually kind of cool. The next perk up, you actually get a chat with us during once a month. And we do kind of like a Zoom call, and we get to say hi to everybody once a month and tell them what's going on.
The mysterious source. Thank you so much for your super chat.
Show them the...
One of the new perks that we decided to do, we were thinking of what ways we could incorporate villain merchandise and things that were cool and sort of things that you could kind of collect. Layne and I are both children of the 80s and the 90s, so trading cards were a really big thing when we were growing up. And Disney in the 90s did this series of trading cards featuring the Disney villains. So this is the original. So we decided to recreate these cards from the 90s that they sold in the parks with our villains.
Yeah.
So this is the original. This is an example of... Hold on 1 second. We're just going to pull focus. Okay, so this is what you can see. So this is the original card. And this is the first card that you will get. So this is the side-by-side of our recreation of them. So they're super, super, super cool. There'll be 12 of them in all. There may be more, but we're going to start with 12. And the backs, too, you guys can see they're numbered. This is the remake, and this one over here is the original. I'm so bad at this. And here is another one. We're going to show you guys 2 examples. So that's the original, and that's the new card. Caroline, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thanks.
This is amazing, guys. Okay, we're going to pull focus again. So that is just one of the new perks that we have on our Patreon. Another perk, we've gotten asked pretty repeatedly to have signed merchandise available. So one of the new tiers that we introduced is signed pictures. So for each episode, signed mini posters, excuse me, that's a better way to say it. So for each episode that we put out, be it Villains Lair or another video, you guys will get a mini poster signed by the cast as one of the perks. So we have trading cards, the mini posters. We're still trying to think of some other cool things, some merchandise, which we would love to hear from you guys. What merchandise would you like? Would you be interested in? We had a question from the mysterious source. She asked a question for us. Keep going up. It was about... Okay, Pizza Leader. We're going to go back to that in 1 second. Okay, this is for the Evil Queen, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, do you know of my existence? I am the ruler of evil, not you. What say you to that?
What a ridiculous question. No one is higher than the Queen. No one.
That is very true. The fairest of all, one might say. We have a new super chat. Carter, thank you so much. Thank you. Let me explain. Our villains may not quite understand what a super chat is. So,
I've been known to be a super chat myself. Those who joined me for a cup of tea have complimented my abilities to chat.
This is a little bit different. So, our people that live in the kingdom donate their money. They make donations so that they can see more of you. Is really the best way I can explain it to both of you. So the
You
peasants,
lost me when you said in my kingdom.
in the kingdom, Her Majesty's kingdom. But they are donating so they can see more of you. So
Well then, I encourage it.
one can never have enough Captain Hook. Would you agree?
No.
The Queen would disagree. Excuse me. Okay. We have a question for a super chat. Pizza Lover, you had a question. Give me 1 second while we just search
I also
back.
love pizza.
We love pizza too. We have a question for Carter as well. Okay. Oh, excuse me, Pizza Leader. Can't wait to listen to it on Spotify. Also, a question for the Queen. Within the villain, who is your best friend? So, among the villains that are in the Villains Lair, who is your friend, if you have one?
I need nothing of friendship. I am the Queen!
So, there's your answer. She doesn't have friends. It's a lonely life. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. But somebody's got to do it. Well, that actually brings me to a second question. Somebody asked us right here, where... What? I'm just going to... Sorry.
Scroll.
It was a great question. Hold on. Oh, who notifies the villains when there is a meeting? And where do the villains usually have their meetings? Is it in the Evil Queen's palace, or is it in a different place every time?
What a great question.
Yeah, I hope the villains don't mind if I disclose this. Moth, thank you for your super chat.
Thanks.
Your Majesty, I hope you don't mind, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. But we call them the small council meetings. Jack, thank you for your super chat.
Thanks, Jack.
This is so amazing. This is so much fun. Sorry, I gotta stay focused. William Games, thank you. So the way it happens is we call them council meetings when all the villains are together, and they do happen in one of the Evil Queen's palaces. She has several. And the way she summons the other villains is through her mirror. So all the other villains are summoned. They get this call, and they have to go to a reflective surface. So that may be water, that may be another mirror, that may be anything that's reflective, and that's how the Evil Queen summons them. So that's how we know that there's a meeting. Your Majesty, did I get that correctly, or did I say anything incorrectly?
That is accurate.
Okay. I'm treading very lightly. I know you don't like to disclose too many secrets, so I appreciate it. Okay. Do we have for those of you that are throwing in super chats, if you'd like to ask a question, please. We have one, William Games. Evil Queen, I would just like to say that I hate Snow White as well. She sings too much. What say you to that?
Who?
Oh, okay, so I should tell you, William. That's a word that we call a trigger word. We try very hard to not bring up the SW in front of Her Majesty. It upsets her, and we like to keep her as pleasant as possible. Ronald Cowboy Coyote, thank you very much. Thank you for your super chat.
Oh, I have found a question from a super chat.
Okay.
It reads, Captain Hook. Oh, how is it that you're so handsome and charming? Well, it just comes naturally. Thank you for your question. Donate now.
That's very accurate, Captain. Although I do think you forgot an adjective. You forgot elegant in there.
Yes,
as well.
yes, of course. Well, that was the question. I just read them as they come in.
I see. Excuse me. We have another one for you. Captain Hook.
No! I'm the only one here!
Captain Hook.
Yes.
Which of the other villains do you distrust most?
Distrust the most. Good heavens. One can't trust any of them.
Yes.
Facilier's shady.
Well, I know that's probably still kind of a new wound for you. I know he kind of worked with Ursula to thwart your plans, so
but
yeah.
But none of them are as bad as Peter Pan.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, that is the other trigger word.
I hate Peter Pan.
Yes, we are very aware.
Extremely aware.
That's the other word that we try not to use on set, is the double P and the SW. They're very triggering words. Okay, so we have another question here from Jana, our patron, for the Evil Queen. How does it feel to be the fairest in the world? And if I may be so bold, would you happen to have room for a loyal and humble servant, as in me? I am the servant. What say you, Evil Queen? How does it feel to be fairest of them all?
Natural. There's always room in my castle for obedient and dedicated servants, as long as they're willing to do what's necessary. My last servant, the huntsman, was a bit of a disappointment to me.
Yeah, I think we all know the tragic end to that story. So, Jana, I think the answer to your question is yes. There is room in the castle for a loyal, an obedient, I think that being the operative word, servant. Okay.
I'm not sharing my quarters.
Oh, I would never ask that of you, Captain. I would never. I know you need your own quarters and your own vanity.
A crowded castle is a sad castle.
We have a question for you, from Jana as well. What does one need to be a pirate? Does it require a specific set of skills to those who want to join your crew?
Obedience. Listen, there are many different jobs on a ship. So, if you're applying to be the pirate who sends them off the gangplank, then that requires a different skill than the one who feeds me, you see. So there's not a particular skill, it's a variety. Don't try to pinpoint one particular thing. The world's bigger than that, Jonna.
Thank you, Captain. We have a super chat from Jack. Your Majesty, why didn't you brew a potion to make yourself more beautiful instead of making yourself ugly and old to trick Snow White?
One of those seems an insurmountable task, as I am the fairest of them all.
It's not possible to become more beautiful. Is that what you're saying?
Clearly. What a fool's errand.
It's very true. I would agree. You are already the most beautiful in all the world. It's not possible to become more beautiful. I would agree with you. Okay.
That's a good question.
Wild and Magical World of Florida super chat. Thank you very, 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 very much. Can you scroll back up so I can read that question? For the Evil Queen and Captain Hook, will you recruit Shere Khan the tiger into your ranks, or is it too dangerous to be trusted because he is a man-eater? That's an excellent question. I'm going to chime in really first, but I know, Captain Hook, you had an experience. You had a song with Scar, the lion, and it was very difficult to wrangle a lion. So I don't think any of us are in a hurry to bring other animals into the lair, but I'll let the two of you answer. Let's start with Captain Hook.
While I like a feline, there's no need for more.
One is enough. Your Majesty, any thoughts to bringing a tiger into your castle?
I don't do animals.
Clean and simple. Ronald just donated. Thank you very, 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 very much for your super chat. For the villains, since Scar, let me just read this, I'm sorry. Sure. Since Scar is with you, have you guys ever tried to take over the Pride Lands and fight King Simba? Scar, I will say that the Queen, I see her rolling her eyes. I am privy to this information. I know she keeps Scar in the dungeons. She doesn't like the lion wandering among the halls. And Scar doesn't really spend a lot of time talking with the other villains. So I don't know. I don't know, Your Majesty, or Hook for that matter. Do you have any interest in conquering the Pride Lands?
Absolutely not.
No.
The water hole is by no means deep enough to sail.
Okay. So there is your answer, is they don't have interest in
The Pride Lands.
conquering the Pride Lands.
And that concludes...
Although I did know a woman named Savannah once.
Thank you, Captain. Do we have any questions for super chat questions that we have not answered?
No.
Okay, great.
We're all caught up.
So this one is for the Evil Queen. All of the other villains are obviously beneath you, but which one or ones are the most annoying to you, Your Majesty?
This is perhaps the easiest question I've had to answer. The fairy who calls herself the mistress of all evil, Maleficent. She believes herself to be my equal and That is a fool's belief, indeed.
Yes. Keeping the two of you separated on set is a full-time job. I know the two of you don't particularly enjoy each other's company.
If I may, a funny anecdote.
Please, Captain.
I walked into one of the council meetings once. I was the third person there. Her Majesty, of course, and the Queen of Hearts. I walked in and said, "Hey, Queen!" Both thought I was talking to them.
Thank you, Captain. That was
Oh, you're welcome.
a lovely anecdote.
I know.
This might be a good time for us to tell you guys just a little bit. If you guys want to donate to help create Season 2 of the Villains Lair, you can go to patreon.com/PattyCake Productions.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks,
Super
Sam.
chat.
The link is in the description. You can either go make a one-time donation or just donate. And if you donate in Patreon, you can go watch Villains Lair Season 2, Episode 1.
Right now,
Right now.
you can watch the episode in its entirety.
Yep.
Which is a brand new song. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome. We're talking about Season 2, where we have the Evil Queen and Captain Hook here that are answering questions from our super chats and from our patrons. Thank you both for being here. We talked a little bit earlier about some of the perks that we're offering for those of you that want to join our Patreon, excuse me. A new super chat. I'm sorry, I can't read that, so you're going to have to...
Dot.
Thank you, Dot. Some of the perks for our new patrons.
And Keith, thank you.
And one of the new perks are these trading cards that were based off of trading cards in the 90s.
In the 90s.
So these are the original and our new ones. So we have recreated these trading card set from the 90s. So this is, and they are numbered on the back.
So just so you guys know, these are from the animated movies. These are the original 1980s trading cards.
90s.
90s?
90s, yeah.
Basically when we were kids. And these are the ones that we're recreating with the non-anime characters, with the real-life characters that we use.
Carter, thank you so much for your super chat. So that will be one of the new perks that our patrons will get. We are also going to be giving away as a perk. For each episode that we release, we are going to give away signed pictures. Mini posters, we're calling them, for each episode.
Yep, you'll get them in the mail. If you become a patron, you get these mini posters. There's so many cool perks you can get.
It's true.
We
Zoom
do
chats with us.
We do a monthly chat with our patrons to try to keep them informed about what we're doing, and also just to hang out.
We premiere videos with them too, where we will premiere. God, it's like
Yeah.
where we premiere our new whatever project we're working on. We get to watch it in real time with our
With them,
patrons.
yeah.
We don't do that all the time, but when we can, we like to do that. So it's a really fun community to be part of. We post behind the scenes stuff. For those of you that love the songs, the instrumental versions of all of our music are only available to our patrons.
The karaoke track.
The karaoke tracks,
Yeah.
exactly. You can get those are a perk. There's
Those
a
are-
lot of cool things. So we would love to expand our patron family.
And it really is like a family.
It really is, yeah.
We get to hang out with our patrons, and they're really wonderful, and we would love if you join the family.
Okay, now let's get back to some questions. I think we had a couple pop up.
There we go.
There was
Andres. Hold on, let
there
me go
was
back up.
yeah. Bear with us one. Okay,
There you
Captain Hook.
Yes.
There is this theory that you ran over Ariel's mother, a mermaid. Do you know if that's true? Is there any truth to that rumor that
How
you are
on
responsible
earth
for the?
Would
the death
I
of-
know what I've run over from atop a ship?
So
I suppose I've run over many things.
so perhaps maybe there is truth to that.
I hope so.
Do you think that's with like safe waves, or I don't know?
I don't think so. Perhaps there's truth to that. He hopes that for those of you that missed, he hopes that he is responsible for that.
One for Hook. I didn't even know I had that point.
Celestial 93. My favorite patty cake video is "Look What You Made Me Brew." I especially love the Evil Queen Regina's costume.
Oh, so we were just talking about Once Upon a Time. Somebody asked if the Evil Queen was aware of, we'll say the other Evil Queen, Regina, and she mentioned that she'd never heard of that. But I did mention that I think Her Majesty and Regina would have a lot of common ground, I would say. I think there's a lot of similarities between them. But thank you. I love that you love the Look What You Made Me Brew. For those of you that are interested in Once Upon a Time, we love Once Upon a Time too. We are already toying with another idea for another song for Once Upon a Time, so I think we're going to try and make that a thing. Yeah. I think we really liked doing the first one, so we're keen to do another one.
And Celestial, just so you know, Celestial 93, I know that's probably not your real name, but I'm just going to call you that for now because that's all I know, is that Tony made that outfit, and Tony makes all of our outfits.
Yes, it's true. We make
costumes.
All the costumes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, what our villains that stand before us are wearing, I made their clothes for them, and they have very specific notes, and Captain Hook in particular has a very specific way that he likes his clothing to fit. Isn't that right, Captain?
Absolutely. Every gentleman should.
Yeah. And if you guys didn't know this, Season 2 has all new costumes.
Not all, but most. A lot of them have new. The Evil Queen has requested a new costume, so she's requested that her entire costume be made of velvet. So I was happy to oblige. And Your Majesty, I hope it meets your impossibly high standards, your new costume.
Much more luxurious.
I agree. I would absolutely agree. I'm glad that you like it. I love the Villains Lair so much. I'm sorry. I love the Villains Lair so much. Are the Evil Queen and Captain Hook excited to have other villains join them? I'll put that to both of you. Are you excited?
Are there more coming? I thought it was just us. I came today knowing it would just be the two of us.
Okay, I don't mean today. I don't think she means today. I think she means in general. How would you feel about more villains coming to the lair?
I mean, enough is enough. We're crowded as it is.
Cramped.
So, not excited is what I'm understanding.
Not happy.
Not happy about more villains. Will there be new villains in Season 2? Yes. For those of you that have not seen the trailer, I would say go watch it. But Prince Hans will be joining us for Season 2, as well as Hades. There's also another villain that will be joining us that is a secret you'll have to wait and find out who that third is.
Yep. Go watch episode 1.
Go watch episode 1.
Patreon.
Question for Tony and Layne. What is your favorite line from the Villains Lair? It can be from either season.
I would say whenever Lady Tremaine gets angry, that's my favorite.
Yeah, you love when she gets angry.
Man, when
doesn't
she
happen
gets
very
angry,
often, though.
It feels so real, and it's so good.
I have...
Oh, I apologize, Layne. I'll try to be more real when I'm angry.
Apologies, Captain. I think this might help, and this is actually the truth. This is not just because the two of you are here. I have two favorite moments from Season 1. Lines, I would say. My first one is in Tough Love, where the Evil Queen says, "An apple once a day keeps your enemies away." Mm-hmm. I know that's a motto she lives by. I love that line. And my other, Hook and I were just chatting off camera, and my other is from the Season 1 finale, when Ursula appears in the lair, and she's, making all kinds of empty threats and things like that. And Hook turns to her and he says, "Oh, I wasn't aware of your fondness for jokes," and he laughs. So those are my two. They're kind of random moments, but those are my two. The two that I can think of right off the top of my head. I love those two moments. I think we got another super chat. I want to make sure you guys get a shout out.
Aronson.
Thank you for your super chat.
Thanks.
For both Hooky and Queenie, how does it feel to be called a villain? I know, that's kind of a tough one.
Well, it's all subjective, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah.
One person's villain is another person's hero.
So you view yourselves as heroes of your story, yes?
I mean,
There are eons of history logging women being portrayed as villains when all they have is power.
So you think that perhaps people misinterpret the fact that you are a sole monarch who is a woman, a queen, as that being evil. Is that what I understood? That you think people are perceiving the fact that you're a woman in power as evil?
Bears some thought.
That's an interesting observation. Look how deep we're getting with the evil queen. The queen. I know you're not particularly fond of that first adjective.
I saw a request for the guests to sing a piece of their song.
Your Majesty, I would never normally ask this of you. Would you perhaps be willing to indulge us in a musical moment?
I will. A small one.
Perhaps. Thank you. Very, very, very gracious of you.
I'll stand over here, and I won't hum along. Ha!
They say the endings are always happy. The truest of love will save the day. But when it's all taken from you, you're left with nothing to do but wait for the day to make someone pay. An eye for an eye, a wrong for a wrong. Never forgive, never forget, this is your last regret.
What goes around
Comes around.
An unexpected duet. Well, thank you
couldn't
both.
help myself.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you both very much. Well done. A round of applause. Standing
Thank
ovation.
you.
I love this.
Thank you. And thank
Okay.
Super Chats.
I
Beautiful
love this.
singing, Your Majesty. Wow, I love this song. Yes, I love this. They're very grateful that you honored us with a song.
I am benevolent.
You are a very benevolent monarch. You absolutely.
Damn, Captain, you have amazing range.
I know.
Are you feeling particularly musical today?
Well, I just feel as though I've been put on the spot. What would you like?
Perhaps a moment from your song, All I Ever Wanted.
yes. Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. I wouldn't ask more.
I sort of blew my voice a little, joining Her Majesty's. Just a smidgen of musicality. What's the song again?
All I Ever Wanted,
Oh, yes.
Captain.
I was just getting sort of into character. I'm not angry particularly right now, but I'm sort of pretending as though I were.
Sure, I understand.
And it
Getting into-
inspired me to
That's it.
sing this minute portion of the song. What was it again? Seriously.
All I Ever
All I ever
Wanted,
want, yes.
Captain.
Line, please.
That's all I ever wanted.
Well done, sir.
Wow.
Your
Thank you.
voice is unparalleled, I would say.
Good word. Ha ha. Unparalleled.
Yes, just lovely and wonderful. That's so amazing. Oh my goodness, these are
Keep the adjectives coming.
elegant, handsome, regal,
Oh.
noble,
Oh.
Charming.
Say it
charming,
again.
dignified.
No. Smee. Write these down.
Here is one for the evil queen. Give me just one excuse me, the queen. Give me just one moment.
She knows she's evil.
Okay. This is from Celestial 93. This is for Her Majesty. What is it like being the mother of Snow White? I'm sorry. That's her question. I didn't.
You said the.
I said the SW. What is it like being the mother of a princess? How about that?
How? In my experience, princesses can be useful,
Oh,
if not nauseating.
there we go.
They have a strong desire to please, which can be exploited to one's benefit. They're also incredibly naive, which makes the process even easier. They can be useful to try new recipes on. However, I will never understand why children have the desire to be princesses when they can be queens.
Well said, Your Majesty. Very empowering.
I applaud your control answering that question.
You could feel how angry she was underneath. I will say, Your Majesty, I will applaud. You did say some not horrible things, and I applaud you for that. That is very, to use your own word, benevolent of you. So we appreciate it.
I'm sure you're welcome.
Pizza Leader, thank you so much for
Thank you.
Wait,
What did you
the
call
second-
me?
That's the second super chat you've done. Thank you. My goodness. Pizza Leader, Your Majesty, I will ask her. I don't know if she will, but they're asking for you to do a small portion of Tough Love. Would that be something Your Majesty would be comfortable doing, or have you indulged in song enough for one day?
Move over.
Oh, she needs to be left on her own.
Others may call it love, tough love, turning their dreams to dust. This is what we call love, tough love.
Oh,
Wow.
magnificent. Magnificent. My goodness. Pizza Leader, I hope that was okay. She does not usually take requests. In fact, she doesn't even like when I tell her what to do when we're shooting an episode. So that was the word of the day. Benevolent. Thank you, Your Majesty. Very gracious of you.
I'd like to sing a portion of my version of Tough Love.
Would you indulge us, Captain?
Would you please? I was never that good at tennis, and I never was considered a hero. My score was perpetually 0, and that's what I call tough love.
Oh, Captain.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay, that was-
Thank you, Super Chats.
that was very moving, Captain. You've moved me with
You see, because 0 points in tennis is love.
Oh, I understand.
I'm crying at Captain Hook's version of
There were some people who may not have.
Bravissimo.
Bravissimo, Captain. From
Thank you.
Go off, Captain.
Uh,
That was wonderful.
they love your version of Tough Love.
I thought they would.
New song for sure. It's already written.
She's just slithering back and forth. Back
Oh, we have a question here
Oh.
for her. For both of you.
Oh.
There is a new character in the season 2 teaser. I wonder, what do the Evil Queen and Captain Hook think of Prince Hans? Are there any diplomatic activities between the Evil Queen's country and Arendelle?
Well, my late husband, the king, had dealings with Arendelle. He believed that trading the precious jewels mined in our kingdom in exchange for wheat to feed the people was a fair trade. I felt differently. Now, as the sole monarch, we have no dealings with Arendelle, and the peasants grow their own wheat.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Captain, have you ever had an experience sailing to Arendelle?
No. I've heard that Prince Hans is very duplicitous. He comes across as charming and then turns on you. I like that. Well done, boy.
So that's a quality that you would admire.
Indeed.
Thank you both very much. We had another super chat. I want to make sure I give you a shout out.
Prince Hans, by the way, is not the Prince of Arendelle.
That is true. He is the Prince of the Southern Isles.
So the question was erroneous to begin with.
Well said.
I'd appreciate if the questions were accurate.
I will try and do a better job of fielding the questions for you.
We'd appreciate it.
So if you're just getting here, we're actually about to run out of time.
Where have you been? If you're just getting here.
And if you want to watch season 2, episode 1, you can go on patreon.com/pattycake and you can watch it right now.
Thank you all for your super chats. We've said it before in this chat. We couldn't make these episodes of the Villain's Lair without you. And just really briefly, the reason we're doing this live stream is to raise funds to create season 2 of the Villain's Lair. It's going to be a lot more robust, a lot bigger than season 1, which is part of the reason we're doing this donate-a-thon, is to raise funds so we can finish creating the other episodes. So if those of you that have donated, thank you very much. Please consider being a patron. We're giving away, we have all sorts of new perks where we're recreating these trading cards from the 90s as a perk to our patrons. I'll give you guys kind of a side-by-side of the original and our new ones. So these will be perks that you guys will get as patrons.
This is from the animated film, and this is ours.
So we have recreated all of them from most of them from the 90s. So again, this is the first one that you will get if you join is the Evil Queen, and they are numbered, and they showcase her in all of her beauty. It's difficult to capture her beauty on camera, but we've done our best.
On a card.
It's striking in person, as I'm sure Her Majesty would agree. Okay, we have another quick question. For the Evil Queen, as both you and Elsa are powerful queens, what do you think of Elsa?
There is only one queen, the fairest of them all. If I'm not mistaken, this Queen Elsa you speak of gave up her title to live in the forest, spending her days frolicking in leaves and riding imaginary water horses, did she not? Only a fool would behave this way, and I have no interest in fools.
I mean, she has a point. She did give up her title more than once.
Let it go, man.
I don't know. I think the Evil Queen has a point. Captain Hook.
Yes! Here! Present!
No. It wasn't a roll call. Do you have any opinions about Queen Elsa?
I know that I don't.
Oh. Well said, Captain. Okay, let's see if we can pick out a couple more questions.
Sure.
For the Evil Queen, if you had a stepmother, how would you have treated her? Evil Queen, did you have a stepmother?
As a matter of fact, I did have a stepmother.
Oh.
She was a chilling woman who despised children. We could have been such friends. However, she was foolish and careless and ultimately met an untimely end.
So are you seeing like a pattern here?
I think I'm picking up what she's putting.
Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern, Your Majesty, of people that...
Curious.
It is curious indeed.
I actually have a question for the fans. We have been working on new merchandise ideas.
It's true.
And the thing that we struggle with most is trying to figure out what you guys want. We have t-shirt designs, there are bag designs, coffee cups, pins.
We did a live chat overseas earlier today. And one of the comments that we got pretty regularly was apples, like apple props. Would that be something that would interest you guys? We also got kind of blind boxes where you get kind of surprises. I don't know if that would be something that you guys would be interested to, but we really do value your opinion. We read all the comments and stuff like that. So if there's merchandise ideas that you would like, we would love to hear them. But we have a couple new designs for some t-shirt designs that we think are pretty cool. Some canvas bags. I know we got a lot of requests for those. Signed merchandise. Oh, we got a super chat.
Oh, thanks.
Amazing. For the one true queen, would you ever consider writing a tell-all book to set the record straight of what really happened between you and your stepdaughter?
My privacy is sacred. Therefore, no.
So no, she's not really big on, like...
Unless, you find the best ghostwriter. You know what I mean?
Pun intended. So yeah, we've actually had several conversations with the Evil Queen. One particularly about the poisoned apple recipe. I remember we had a conversation with her. And you know what? Would you be willing to share at this point the secret recipe for your poison apples?
Yes.
Can you keep a secret?
Always.
So can I.
Oh.
I can tell you, though, the recipe is to die for.
Okay.
You see, it's
please.
poisonous, and if you ate it, it could possibly kill you. I understand what you've done.
Thank you,
he's interpreting
Captain.
the joke for us. We
Oh,
appreciate it.
We have one quick question for Captain Hook.
Yes.
If there were no hooks in the world, what would you use instead of a hook?
If there were no hooks in the world,
Correct.
what sort of preposterous world would that be? Ha ha ha! But I understand the question. You see, I have various attachments. The hook causes fear and intimidation.
I would say so.
And it just so happens to be my name.
Is it really?
Yes.
Would you share with everybody? I don't
Yes,
think
write this down.
I.
For all the world to know that James Bartholomew Hook.
An exclusive here.
I don't really have a continuation of the sentence. I just wanted to get my name across.
So Hook was your name before you had a hook for a hand. Is that correct?
Indeed, yes.
Then that's part of the reason you chose?
Yes, and look at it.
It's very intimidating. Yes, you've threatened me with it on several occasions.
If you'd behave yourself, Tony.
Oh, I do my best. I don't like to make either of you angry. I think we had one more. Oh no! Okay, we answered that. I think we are just about out of time.
This is a good time for us to
Yeah.
kind of wrap up and say thank you guys for being here, for showing up. Don't forget, next week we are going to do another live chat donate-a-thon with the Tremaines.
So the Tremaine family will be here.
That's Drizella, Anastasia, and Lady Tremaine.
And Lady Tremaine.
And the following weekend, which is going to be the 25th, we changed that date just so you guys know, is going to be Facilier, Gothel, and
Maleficent. I was waiting to see if anybody else.
Oh, I see. So come back, come hang out with us, and thank you guys so much for helping us and helping us with creating funds for season 2. We appreciate it.
We have one more super chat. I wanted to get through this. For our one great queen, some people claim that you learned magic from Maleficent. What would you say to that?
That those that say that should watch their tongues, lest they lose them.
Well, there you have it. I'm going to interpret that as she did not. For those of you that don't know, Maleficent and the Evil Queen don't particularly enjoy each other's company. So we try to keep them separated.
They butt heads.
They have, yeah.
But thank you guys for being here, and we will see you next time.
This was so much fun. Thank you so much for all of our for those super chats, and we will see you at our next live stream. Bye.
Bye.